This is my 2003 Sportster Chopper. I'm going to do a little walk around video, because I haven't done one for this project. Started off as a 2003 Sportster, 100th anniversary edition. Originally it was pretty close to this. This is actually a couple years or so older, so it's got a different paint scheme than the 100th anniversary, but this is pretty much what it started off looking like, and that's what it looks like now. It's my wife's bike. Built it myself, welded on the hardtail, 4-inch stretch, 2-inch drop, horseshoe oil tank, spring solo seat, tall sissy bar, this old school ribbed fender, upswept pipes with rain caps, tractor flaps, some people call them. Frisco style tank. Really the whole bike's kind of Frisco style. The tall T-bars, I think they're about 11 inches of rise or so. Relocated the coil. A lot of people relocate the coil between the jugs, so I wanted to do something different. So I mounted it there. Kind of also nods to the big twin flathead from which these Evo Sporties ultimately descended from. Got the white wall on the back, spun wheel cover to cover up the mag, and then obviously a spoked 21 wheel in the front. Got the built well pegs on there, old school. Cloth covered plug wires. I built those a couple weeks ago. Painted the tank. It's just rattle can. I was just messing around. Wanted to do something fun, something kind of wild without taking it too seriously. I'd like to do another tank, same style, but actually take some time to mask it off a little better one of these days. Got a little boo-boo right there. I put a kicker kit on it. These things are real bad about killing the dogs on first and third gear. You'll be sitting at a stoplight, then you let the clutch out, and then it kind of jerks forward. So I dealt with that, rebuilt the transmission and dealt with that whenever I put the kicker kit in it. Had to relocate the master cylinder up here out of the way. I cut the cam cover down. Had to convert to a Dyna S, I think it's a Dyna S style ignition, in order to be kick friendly. Shortened the stock CV carb and jetted appropriately. This is a shift knob for a 3 on the tree transmission for a car or a truck. I thought it was real cool looking for a knob for the enrichener. Some people call it a choke. It's actually an enrichener. Got my stickers here. Chain conversion, of course. I built the exhaust maybe a couple months ago or so. Just built it out of as much scrap pipe as I had laying around. Had to buy a few sticks from the parts store, but nothing fancy. It gets the job done. I like the way it looks. This bike has maybe 110,000 miles on it. It's my best estimate. It had about 85,000 miles on it whenever I took it apart to build a chopper. And of course I ditched the Speedo. I'm just going for the most simple stripped down look you can go with. And like I said, kind of that Frisco style. This vintage headlight on here. Mounted an LED right there. It's my oil pressure indicator. Nice and bright. In the daylight you can see it real easily. My wife is a leather worker. She doesn't do this type of leather work, not yet anyways. So she had a friend of hers make me this really bitchin' tool bag. Those are my initials. I just really love that thing. Handmade. Came from New Zealand, where she came from. It's just this beautiful hand-carved leather. I really like that thing. 6/over fork tubes. No rake. So it kind of sits up in the front a little bit. I will situate the camera and try to start it up. Haven't started it in a few days. This will be a cold start. So we'll see how that goes.